Chair, Conference. Better politics. Well, what exactly does that mean? To us, on the National Executive Committee and the National Policy Forum, the Better Politics Policy Commission is the body that looks at policy development in the areas of equality, citizenship, and constitutional reform. But Conference, what do those words mean to the people watching our conference today? And what would those words mean to someone like my gran, who married a Polish miner, lived a very humble life, voted Labour all of her life, but never joined? I suspect those two words probably mean something very different to people out there than the people in this room. Because let's face it, Conference, we are all a bit peculiar. And not the socks and sandals brigade that met last week, and not the self-professed swivel-eyed loons that meet next week, but the very fact that we're here engaging in this debate puts us in a minority sport. Because a recent Hansard Society audit identified that just 41% of the public now say that in the event of an immediate general election, they would be certain to vote. Just 41%. And that's a decline of 7 points in a year since the last audit. And for young people, the picture is much worse. Just 12% of young people identified that they were certain to vote. 12%. And that's down from 30% 2 years ago in the previous audit. And 20% of people said that they were certain they would not vote. And 10% say that they're not even registered to do so. And those figures, Conference, should worry every single political party in this country. Because combined with the low turnout levels at recent local elections and the disastrous turnout at the polls for the Police and Crime Commissioners in November 2012, those figures are deeply worrying for the health of our democracy, which is the very fabric of our society. And Conference, let's remember that politics is about people. And when people don't vote, when people don't engage, it's not a sign that they're not concerned about the issues of the day. They're not concerned about the devastating impact of the bedroom tax or the privatisation of our National Health Service. What it's a sign of is that our political structures aren't working for those people. Ultimately, too few people think that their issues are our issues, that their concerns are not our concerns. And political parties have seen the effects of that disengagement. Conservative Party membership has halved. Some might not say that's a bad thing. Nick Clegg turned up at his conference and spoke to a near-empty hall. But I tell you, Conference, this party will never be content with falling membership and empty debates. Because ours is a movement that stretches beyond the narrow definition of party politics, bringing together communities who share our beliefs in fairness, equality, and achieving more together than we do alone. And that's why our Policy Commission has sought to break down the barriers by building up trust. When it came to seeking views on our policy proposals, Sadiq and I knew that we had to reach out. We concentrated on membership and community engagement. We made a video inviting submissions to our commission. We used social media to publish and seek views on our policy papers. We've taken evidence from the brilliant Michael Sani from Bite the Ballot, the Hansard Society, and the British Youth Council. And that's why I've visited 100 different constituencies across the United Kingdom to engage with members of this party and the communities that they're working in. Because at the very heart of this debate, Conference, is trust. And members don't want the stitch and fix factional politics of the past. and voters don't want the Punch and Judy politics of the gutter. Trust exists where relationships are built, where people feel that they're listened to and have a voice. And Gloria De Piero's fantastic "Why Do You Hate Me" campaign showed exactly that. And most people responding to her campaign said, "Our MP, they're great. I know them. They're very good. It's everybody else that brings the tone down." Conference, this isn't rocket science, but it does take commitment, and it does take time, and it does go against the recent grain. There was an article in yesterday's newspapers by Charles Moore that said, "Politics is no longer a series of set-piece occasions, but a constant conversation in which millions of us can take part when we please." Well, conference, that's exactly what this party is doing, and with the help of the brilliant Arnie Graf, we're going to continue to do that. And Angela Eagle's People's Politics Inquiry will reach out beyond our party and into the communities we seek to represent. Because it's this party conference that will inspire the next generation. We won't leave anyone behind, and we will do politics better. I move the report.